welcome to episode 822 of Hard Factor. It's another What the Fuck Wednesday, November 24th, 2021, day before Thanksgiving. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. We got Mark, Pat, Wes, and I'm Will. Full house of hosts today for the last show before we all gain a lot of weight. So
that's right. That's
I
true.
mean, enjoy it now because it's going to look worse next week.
Way to set it up, Will.
Point.
Get it in now. Throw them off our trail.
Good point.
I mean, that's just what happens on Thanksgiving. You guys excited? You gonna eat a lot of food?
Dude, I'm mad that well, this is the only reason I'm mad that I'm not still in public school. Because today was the best day for public school lunch.
You know, I didn't like the Thanksgiving lunch.
Oh, loved it.
Hated the green beans.
I enjoyed it too.
It was a cool tray, don't get me wrong, and a cool idea, but I didn't like the quality of the food at the public school.
The stuffing is so good.
Stuffing was pretty good. That's the only part that was good.
It always amazed me because generally, like, school food, school lunch food, cafeteria food is not high quality, but I always feel like, I'm not saying they turned it into great quality, but they notched up one, because it's not the same distributor exactly, right?
It's Cisco, dude.
Yeah.
Right? Cisco. It's like,
but somehow just slightly better,
Yeah,
it's just
like
a cooler
Cisco
presentation. It was a cooler tray.
And your parents might have been there. Your grandparents might have been there.
Yeah, your parents definitely came in. One time, my dad came in to Thanksgiving lunch when I was in elementary school, and somebody at the table dared me to eat all of the green beans, because nobody ate their green beans. So I ate all of them, and then I
everyone's
puked up.
green beans.
I puked up my lunch.
That
Puked
would
up
make
my
you
lunch.
not want to eat green beans. For
Dad
a while,
was
I
not
imagine.
happy with me. Yeah, he was like, he's like, I gotta get out of work for this to watch you puke up green beans at the table.
You know why it might taste delicious.
And then I didn't like green beans forever after that.
Well, that's of course not. Of course not.
Happened.
Yeah.
Turned down a dare? No. You just pull your dad aside and explain to your dad that you're always down to ride, and he
saw what happened. He said he was laughing up until the vomit.
Well, that was when he quickly came up with the plan with your mom to like pay you money to not drink until you were 18 after that, because he's like, this kid's gonna be trouble.
He's like, he's gullible too with bets.
Yeah.
So
you wish
that
it
was
18.
eye-opening.
Like, they asked Will to not drink until he was like 24.
Well, it didn't work out, did it?
No, it really didn't. What are we talking about today in the podcast?
Well, I wanted to tell you guys about how I got shamed last night at the Chinese takeout place I went to.
Really?
I've told you guys that I only go to pick up from this place called Sichuan River now because
they mess up 50% of the time.
They always fuck up the orders. So it's just me and the little guy last night. And I ordered $75 worth of food. So I ordered like 5 dishes and some dumplings. And I go in there to pick it up, and I'm like, "Can I get some chopsticks?" And she goes, "How many?" And I knew at that moment that I was about to get judged.
Should have said 6.
Well, no, here's what I did is in my head, I was like, I only need 2, but I'm going to say 3 because that makes me look a little better. And she goes, oh, 3? She goes, a lot of food for 3 people. And I was like, she still shamed me. She still shamed me, even though I said 3.
You added an extra pair.
I added an extra
you got to double
just for that.
If you're going to fib about the number of chopsticks, you have to at least double up. What I like to do,
I didn't think it was that much.
What I like to do is
$75 worth of Chinese food. That's a lot for 2 people.
Yeah. Well, it's a pricey place because it's good.
Yeah, no.
What is it in Vegas?
I was like, "We ever hear tomorrow, lady?"
Yeah.
Wes, you got to lean into it. Look, you lean into it. In fact, sometimes even if it's not multiple, I wish next time I want to just be like 1 and just stare him down and then like nod your head yes at him.
So
that's gonna fucking intimidate her.
So what's
worse? You're giving her what she wants, Will. She wants for you to be some fat ass piece of shit American who's patronizing her business.
Right.
And then you write a big fat tip. And
I also understand that she's an American as well, potentially. I mean, culturally American. Okay.
What's worse, her shaming you like that, or like you don't tell and that you get the delivery and they give you like 5 chopsticks for your 2 people? What's worse, them assuming it's?
I like having extra chopsticks.
It's best for them to assume that you're the ultimate piece of shit, but
that's
then you tip
embarrassing
well.
too.
They send you like,
when they give you like 7
okay.
fortune cookies, and you're like,
yeah. Well, she shamed me when I walked in too, because I walked in and I was like, pick up, and she goes, what do you have? And she goes, big order, and I was like, yeah, this is a big order.
She got you twice.
She got me twice.
She got you twice.
She piles on the fortune cookies because she's like, any of these are better than.
Was she a big lady or a skinny lady?
No, she's a small little Chinese woman.
She's like, I told you for 3
She was vicious. Yeah. She's like, yeah.
I know this guy. All right. Yeah.
Did she make you want it more? Like, do you want to go back harder now?
Oh, I'll be back. I don't care. It's just funny. I mean, she can judge me all she wants. Yeah. But that next Will's move is what I'm going to do next time. I love
it. Dude. I like to look. I used to work in restaurants, so I think it's fun to fuck with people in restaurants. Like, especially if they're like an uptight asshole like that lady.
It's good
like,
to do
a
sweet based.
Well, like I like tip big, but I also like to fuck around. I like to keep things light, you know.
Yeah.
And so like if she's trying to be see you next Tuesday about everything, I'm still gonna keep things light. I'm still gonna mess with her a little bit.
Just gonna need the one pair of chopsticks.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Stare
and then just stare through her soul.
Yeah.
Until she awkwardly is like, oh, okay, and then like goes and gets the bag.
Or really fuck her up and be like, just one big spoon, please.
no, that's the best. I want chopsticks. Give me one fork.
Yeah.
Tongs. I'm going to learn how to say one in Chinese.
Tongs, yeah, one.
I'm going to learn how to say one in Chinese, and I'm just going to say that to her.
Yeah.
Chain.
You cover your son's ears.
Yeah.
One.
You just go, like, whenever somebody goes on the aggressive at you just go on the aggressive at them twice as loud, and then you win. So
that's true.
That's how it works. We're going down under the TikTok international moment. What else?
There you go. I mean, I'm not even going to spoil the coffee. Pat, you can go ahead if you want to.
No, let's jump in there, baby. Let's start the news.
Okay. Well, then, I read the news today. Oh boy, let's do it.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Reference. First up, fun fact of the day. It takes about 200 cranberries to make one disgusting can of cranberry sauce.
Oh, really?
I thought that seems about right.
Yeah.
Figured we'd keep the cranberry train rolling since they're, propaganding all week.
They don't have a day today? They don't have another cranberry day?
No, so I did a fun fact for them.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Big Cranberry, wink, wink,
No, they were in the news today.
Checks in the mail, Mark, for Big Cranberry.
I appreciate it, yeah.
2 cranberry headlines today.
Did you really?
Yeah, like one was like, why is Ocean Spray cranberries labels upside down? It was like a corporate crafted press release to get cranberry back in the fucking news. Really,
is that like a swinger reference? Why is the cranberry upside down?
No, it's like, why is the label? It's some stupid fact, whatever.
Just to put it in your head.
Exactly. Also, bonus Thanksgiving fact: Minnesota produces the most turkeys out of any state with over 40 million turkeys a year. It's
impressive.
That's a lot of fucking turkeys. Yeah.
Okay. How many turkeys to people is that from Minnesota? It's like 10. It's like,
well,
40 million turkeys. What is it? How many? Like 10 million people in Minnesota?
No, it's gotta be more than that.
Like 4x turkeys to people.
Maybe 15 million people.
Really?
Minnesota population. I'm looking it up.
I bet Minnesota's population is 25 to 30.
5.64.
Oh shit! So it's 8 times turkeys. 8 turkeys to person in Minnesota. That's awesome.
What? Minnesota's only got. Okay. All right. Holidays. Let's see. November 24th is National Sardines Day. Woo! It's also Taiwan Day, which is the day before Thanksgiving, and National Jukebox Day, because when you're drunk, you're going to be playing songs on the jukebox. So yeah, one shitty one, Sardines Day, and a couple good ones there. And everyone be safe tonight. Whereas Black Friday is the biggest day for plumbers, I imagine tonight's probably the biggest day for DUIs.
Yes.
So get an Uber, a Lyft home, or a DD.
Also, sardines is something that you can eat when you get drunk enough to eat the sardines. That's the only thing wherever you're at.
Yeah, it's like getting dare to eat green beans. You can eat a bunch of sardines.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's also a great day. The day before Thanksgiving is a good day to hook up with like a girl from high school.
Oh, when you go home?
High school.
Yeah, that you
Sweetheart.
always wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah, then you get a DUI.
Then you get a DUI.
Yeah.
Well, Uber or whatever ride share program
times have
you
changed.
choose,
Yeah.
Taxis.
It's like a high school reunion every year.
Yeah, we used to just close one eye and wing it.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry, Mom and Dad, but we don't do that anymore. Today in history, there was a shitload of stuff that went down on November 24th, a very historical day. I had a hard time leaving. I had to leave a few big ones out, but let's start with 1642. Dutch explorer Abel Tasman discovers Van Diemen's Land. And what do you think Van Diemen's Land is also known as? Abel Tasman.
Oh yeah.
Tasmania?
That's right, Tasmania. So get your 'tis the season holiday gear, which is hitting the stores later this week and going on sale. And it's going on sale right away. It just goes straight on sale. I think Wes will get into that later, I think.
Look over my shoulder if you're watching on YouTube.
For the code. 1715 on November 24th. London's, how do you say it? Thames River? What's the
Thames?
T-H-A-M.
The Thames. The
Thames, right?
The Thames.
Yeah, the Thames, right?
The River Thames.
The
Oi.
Thames, yeah.
Sure
So
is.
London's Thames River froze over for the first time, I guess, in 1715, and some asshole probably lost a huge bet. You know, some old
By
cocky,
George, the Thames is frozen over.
you know, some old cocky English bastard's like, "I'll do it when the Thames freezes over," and then bam, winter 1715 hit, and he was contemplating skipping town.
Now I'm gonna have to suck his dick.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Come call it.
1715 was a bad year for that guy. Yep. In 1954, a bunch of stuff happened in between, but 1954, Air Force One, first flight ever, became a thing. The first U.S. presidential airplane was christened.
Pretty good.
Can't believe they were doing that soon. That's pretty risky.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it was like a dummy president.
Well, Wes, they had just gotten their hands on that alien tech, you know? So.
That's true. That's true. They were watching over him. And then a couple sports things. 1957, Cleveland Browns running back Jim Brown set like a at the time record with 237 rush yards in a game. Pretty good, an NFL game. And in 1960,
I hear he was a good running back.
Jim Brown was good, and he didn't even play that many seasons. Like he was like a Barry Sanders type guy where he
never lose a yard. I thought that was some insane stat I'd heard about him.
A lot of people say he's the best because of like Sanders. He could have played several more years and just set every record.
I don't know if that's true or not. That seems so crazy.
I doubt that. He was good. Also, he was an actor in some funny movies.
Still acting, right? Or is he?
Yeah. Is he dead now? I think he's dead. I don't know. I think he's probably dead. 1960, Philadelphia center Wilt Chamberlain got 55 rebounds in an NBA game, setting a record. No one wanted to box the stilt out that night. 55 boards. And then last
Jim Brown,
one,
still alive, 85 years old.
Wow, there you go. There you go, Jim Brown. And then the last one for us is on November 24th, 1963. Dallas nightclub owner Jack Ruby shot and killed Lee Harvey Oswald, the accused assassin of President John F. Kennedy, in a Dallas police station. Bonus Thanksgiving fun fact, JFK was the first president to pardon a turkey. And to that I say no good deed, right? Pardons a turkey, gets his own head blown off. Tough.
It's also happy birthday to my sister Abby. It's her birthday today.
There you go.
Happy birthday.
Today in history, Abby was born November 24th. Happy birthday. Honorable mentions. Just have the one. It's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith being a weirdo again. This time it's not about his manipulative cash grab weight transformation or his open relationship with his wife per se. It's not exactly about the open relationship, but it is about sex.
He's still talking, huh? He's still talking.
He's such a dick. Let's see what he has to say about sex. Will Smith said in an interview, "I had sex with so many women, and it was so constitutionally disagreeable to the core of my being that I developed a psychosomatic reaction to having an orgasm. It would literally make me gag and even vomit." So he's bragging about all the tail he got, and he said he would throw up during orgasms.
Been there, you know.
What the fuck's he talking about?
No, I gotta I'm considering changing names at this point. With the way he's going. What? How do you develop a vomit, a gag reflex?
He's a liar. He's a liar.
Sex like green beans, Will.
Yeah.
When you've had too much of it, I see. Okay, so you're saying like
good analogy, Pat.
Okay, and so Pat, you've been there. You just been way over. You know, it's just you've been so sexed out
when you're
from
just
so many different tens.
And too often,
you're puking on yourself
long.
When you jizz. Okay,
it
like
just ruins it.
Over.
Okay,
yeah, all right.
Ruins it.
This all began, he says, after a 16-year-old girlfriend. Yeah, I don't see it either. This all began. I mean, just think about not only sex you've had, but also masturbating. Have you ever gotten nauseous? No. This all began after a 16-year-old girl dumped him. Basically, the first love of his life dumped him, and he lost his mind. And he said he hunted down pussy with a vengeance and got it. But apparently, like
this
the
happened
Rolling
when he was a
Stones,
child.
When he was a minor.
Okay.
Yeah, when he was a minor, he just started smashing ass at 16 to the point of he got nauseous.
The point of puking.
Probably because he was heartbroken. I don't think it was the orgasms. It's probably because it wasn't with the love of his at that point. But
this sounds like a total bullshit story, to be honest with you.
Of course, he's a liar. He also claims he drank every day and boned Jada Pinkett Smith like 4 times a day, every day, for 7 days a week. The first 4 months of their relationship.
I mean, that's awesome. Good for you.
So I guess he got over the vomiting thing, or unless he just threw up a lot during those 4 months.
He's like, it's crazy. Nobody would understand, but during the first few months of our relationship, we fucked all the time. Yeah. But like that's totally unique, and nobody would get that though. Right. It was 4 times a day though with us. So Like it's just all exaggerated bullshit stories.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Will Smith's just a liar and everything he says is bullshit. But hell of an actor though, very entertaining. Bad Boys, Fresh Prince, Men in Black, Independence Day, Enemy of the State, great content. Not much recently that's been good. I guess they're doing a
In his
Bright
heyday,
2.
though.
But,
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, also an amazing show.
It's a list.
I mean,
yeah, I put that in there. But, great list. But
right now, I mean, the fat appropriation first, and then now these just I don't know. Anybody buying all these stories?
Well, why is he telling us all this
book
stuff?
is coming out, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it's to sell his book, and he's also trying to relate to younger people.
Jesus.
Because, like, I think probably a lot of the younger people they're not having sex, right? I think he's, like, getting information from his very in-touch son, and he's saying a lot of shit that's not true, probably. Let's talk retail.
Yeah, well,
number 3.
making an attainable goal. Don't make
He's full of
these
shit.
Gen Zers who don't have sex at all try to have sex 4 times a day for 80 weeks in a row.
Well, he's trying to relate to them, saying if you do it, you'll get nauseous. Yeah.
Right, it's like how an old school father would punish you with smoking,
the whole pack,
but with sex, right?
Yeah.
Now he catches you and he said, "No, you're going to do it with so many people until you're so sick of doing it that you."
But I did it to myself.
He's a liar.
I was puking.
He's a liar. Number 3.
And I'm gonna
Let's move on
watch.
from Will Smith. Let's
sure
talk
you-
retail. Make sure, you do them all. Don't know if you know this, but it's a pretty big week for retail. Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Ever heard of it? Michael B. Jordan and women be shopping. Am I right? Come on, come on, hey, come on.
Rim shot.
Rim shot. Everyone be shopping this weekend, right? And as mentioned on yesterday's show, I believe, or maybe it was on Hive Hour, one of the two. Target is officially closed for Thanksgiving this year, and they have come out and said they will never be open on Thanksgiving ever again. That's the update there. Not ever. Here's a quote from the CEO. Brian Cornell, he said, what started as a temporary measure driven by the pandemic is now our new standard. He said that in a note to all employees, and Cornell decided to make the permanent move to closing on Thanksgiving after he visited several Target stores recently in New York and New Jersey, some of these bigger stores, and he heard from 100% of the workers that they were happy to have off for Thanksgiving so that they could spend it with family and friends. Cornell said, I didn't realize the poor, pathetic bastards had any loved ones.
I thought they just wanted the OT.
Yeah, so it was eye-opening for him, but I guess he did the Grinch thing. He grew a heart, or the Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge. He's giving him off. Also, do you have something? Anyone have something on that?
Really what they did is they did the numbers and found out that maybe it wasn't worth it. I don't know what those.
Yeah, he's like, but they'll be there at 5 a.m. on Friday.
What actually happened, guys, is there's a labor shortage, right? And people are still coasting because of the unemployment and the money that was injected during the pandemic, and they're having really
That $1,200 is lasting people this long.
No, it's unemployment, but people are having a really hard time hiring people. So Target's like, well, this is how we can be competitive.
But
there's gonna be a lot of this happening. There's gonna be a lot of companies being like, we're giving back to our employees.
It's a nice quote though, Pat. It's a nice quote from the CEO saying he's got a heart and stuff, and yeah.
I thought the expansion of unemployment ended in September though, so shouldn't it be going back to normal? Or?
Well, young people aren't fucking. That's not if they're not fucking, then you can't predict.
Well, certainly staying home from work if they're not having sex.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's half the motivation to go to work. Honestly,
you can't predict what
a lot of
the
times,
young people are doing these days.
Say you're young and single, maybe you're going to bone somebody you work with. That's probably a big motivator to get out there.
They're all wild cards. Also, an update mentioned on the show recently, I believe, for another titan of retail. Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree will no longer sell $1 items, but now we have a specific number that they are going to be selling. They're going to increase items by 25%, so they will now be the $1.25 tree or the 5-quarter store. Right? You know what I mean? Lots of people are going to be asking the person behind them in line, can I get a quarter? But at least they can use this cool new logo that I came up for them that they can use. It's the Olympic symbol with quarters in it because there's 5 of them.
I got news for you, Mark. They already do that. They already do that in line at Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I know. But look at that symbol.
Can I get a quarter? Yeah.
Can I get a quarter?
Almost got it.
Yeah. I'm about $1 short here. Can I get a quarter? And to wrap up the retail segment, another place both Wes and I worked at, Best Buy is having a tough time, or at least their employees are. According to Best Buy CEO Corey Berry, the recent in-store thefts, the organized smash and grabs, have also been happening a lot in Best Buy in the past few years. And as a result, it is traumatizing the staff. The cashiers and the Geek Squad are losing sleep, having nightmares of men in balaclavas wielding crowbars. And Barry, the CEO, said it's really, really bad for the staff in San Francisco, who they have been referring to internally as the California crybabies. There you go. There's the
They're
employees.
getting hit the worst with it.
Oh, look at that. It's tough.
There's people shitting in their lobby.
Yeah, it's not great for them. Yeah, it's tough, as you see. Barry has promised 2 things to help alleviate the stress on staff and stop the loss and stolen goods, which I think is more important to Barry. And that's increasing security at all stores to stop the theft, right? That's for the bottom line. And then to help out the employees, they're going to bump the discount on car speakers up from 50% to 60%. And subwoofers, you know what I'm talking about. That's really the only reason to work at
Car
Best
alarms.
Buy. They basically give you a sweet sound system for your car for pennies on the dollar, and they install it for free. And if you work at Best Buy and ride your bike to work, you're a fucking idiot, because it's all about getting your car set up.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
That's why you work there.
That's literally the only perk. Is
The perk.
It is the perk.
they give you everything you need in your car. If you see someone driving around a shitty car with an incredible sound system, Best Buy employee or friend of Best Buy employee. All right, number 2. Today is the Grammy Awards. Today was yesterday was the list of nominees came out for the Grammy Awards. It was announced on Tuesday. Personally, I take the Rock's approach in the 2000 smash hit duet with Wyclef Jean, and I say it doesn't matter about the Grammys. But for some people, I guess it's a big deal. Pat, you were in the music biz. You're a big Grammy guy.
So,
Say Wyclef Jean.
Wyclef Jean, whatever.
Jean.
Wyclef Jean shorts. Wyclef Jean.
I was never a big Grammy guy.
Wyclef Jean Simmons.
The only reason I was a big Grammy guy, and I was a voting member of the Grammys, and you have to fucking pay to do it. But
Wait, you're not? You gave up your vote?
I gave up my vote, and they made a special exception for me to do it anyway because I never put a record out. There's like requirements that you.
Oh, okay.
But no, the reason I was a fan of the Grammys is because it's fucking political, and if you get a Grammy, it's A, music, B, it makes you a lot of money. But I want to point something out on that political bullshit. Now, while I am proud of my friends, like 5 or 6 friends that got nominated this year, awesome, good for them, play that political game. But Best New Artist.
Yeah,
right.
Let's do that. This year, let's put up the list. So I have it. Best New Artist. Do you know any of these people, guys? Arouge, Aftab, Jimmy Allen, Baby Keem, Phineas.
The 2 at the bottom, Saweetie
Glass
and Olivia
Animals,
Rodrigo.
Japanese Breakfast, The Kid Leroy, Arlo Parks, Olivia Rodrigo, and Saweetie. Like, come on. I guess I'm out of touch, but I don't know any of these fucking people.
You are out of touch, Mark. That's what's going on there. But
we've talked about Saweetie on the show.
Yeah, but that's because
and Olivia Rodrigo did
she was
something
wearing like a
with
sexy
White House.
outfit.
Yeah,
I don't know Saweetie's music.
looking good on the red carpet.
She looks
she's a singer or whatever.
Saweetie, you know, she's big. Phineas, I believe that's Billie
one-
Eilish's brother who did all his music. But I want to point something out. The more interesting take here is Glass Animals, right? Best New Artist, right?
Okay.
Glass Animals, just to point this out, this Best New Artist is 2021. They went platinum for the first time. The first time in 2014.
Yeah, exactly.
They went platinum like 7 years ago.
Yeah, they're not
allowed to go for Best New.
Let's look up
That's my point about.
Let's see how in touch we are.
Bullshit.
Let's look up Best Song. Have you guys heard any of these? Bad Habits by Ed Sheeran. I have heard. A Beautiful Noise by Alicia Keys. Nope. Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. Maybe I've heard it. Not really. Fight for You by her. Nope. Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. Nope. Kiss Me More by Doja Cat. Yes, I've heard of that. Leave the Door by Bruno Mars. No. Leave the Door Open. And then Montero by Lil Nas X. Call Me by Your Name. Have heard that. Yeah, but that's like 2 out of 8.
Yeah, that's wild. But who are the thing is that we don't listen to the fucking radio though, right? Like, so
true.
People who listen to the radio know all these artists and these
Grammy's not for me. That's
songs, right?
best song, best new artist. Come on. There's also a Justin Bieber song Peaches and a Brandy Carlisle song that no one's heard that were nominated for best song. Grammys are worse than the Emmys in my opinion. Everyone who farts out a tune gets one. No one cares.
Which one's
Moving
the Emmys?
on.
Is that the Oscars? Wait,
That's the TV. Oscars are the only good one in terms of awards.
They're all the same in my brain.
Emmys is trash, but it's
Is that the
better
SAG
than,
Awards?
It goes like they're all bad. The Tonys are bad. Like they're all bad. The Oscars are the only ones.
Tonys are bugging you.
Yeah. Tonys have been bugging me for a while.
Coming at you.
Yeah.
hate the Tony.
Get out of
Don't
my
care.
face with all
Don't
this
care about
Tony
these award
coverage.
shows. Yeah. It's,
I've paid so little attention to them that I have no idea how to discern the
oh
others
my
from
God,
next.
he's got an EGOT.
I just know that the Oscars has the Oscar, the guy, the Oscar on the.
Yeah, I mean, who gives a fuck, honestly? All right, and that's going to move us to
The cream of the crop!
there you go. The number one story today is the Urban Dictionary name trend. So the big new internet trend this week is go to urbandictionary.com and search for your first name. And that's it. So I went ahead and did that for all of us, and let's see the results, because it's like Wikipedia, but without any like vetting. You can just enter anything, and so anyone can enter anything. So let's do it. So here's Pat. Let's see. Pat says, a Pat is an epic and really cool dude that wants to help everyone he meets. He is caring and sweet and will try his best every day, but at the same time, he could be the scariest person ever. Warning, don't mess with a Pat.
That is dead on.
Yeah, today I met a Pat. He was really cool. We should all be really cool buddies. Yeah, that's pretty good.
This is a thing where they just do like generic explanations.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm going to be very surprised if Mark did not write that about me. Yeah, to be totally honest, that's how dead on that is.
That is dead on, but that is dead on, Pat. But this is like a horoscope.
See, Mark likes to do that. He likes to like with the
I
comments.
know. I should have. All right, let's.
This is like a horoscope.
I did a Patrick too. Patrick is a really cute, smart, nice guy that would do anything to make you happy. He's also very competitive since he is an athlete. If you tell him he can't do something, he will prove that to you he can. But you can. All right, we'll skip it. All right, stay with Pat. Stay with Pat. Let's go to William. Will crashed the site, as did Mark for a while. I finally got a Mark, but Will there's.
Well, it's like the number one name every year.
Yes, and Mark crashed the site too for a while, but I finally got it. But William did not. William's a guy that can be the guy of your dreams. You would feel like he wouldn't notice you deep down. He's probably thinking the same thing. He's the type of guy that once you get to know him, you're like best friends. After a while, you're pretty much falling in love with him. He's an amazing kisser. And knows where to touch a girl in all the right places.
True.
You get the gist. You get the gist.
Wow. I mean, it's a really accurate description. I gotta say. I mean,
He once chopped off his ring finger and his pinky finger.
Yeah.
So he could really take care of business downstairs.
Finish your plate of green beans and
he'll get a towel installed for you.
Let's move to Wes. Wes is world-ending stupidity, something so stupid that the world just might end. Dude, I just had a brilliant idea. Let's get drunk and rob a bank. This sounds like a Wes dude. That's not very nice.
Wow.
And I'm sorry, Wes. I went with the top ones. I did not.
No, I love
this
it.
is nothing personal. Then I went with Thompson because Thompson's not much better. The act of taking a girl home. The act of taking a girl home from a night out, but only cuddling with her until you both fall asleep. The act of satisfying the need of a girlfriend with a casual cuddle with a random biddy. I don't know if that means a girl, I guess. I pulled another Thompson last night. You have to take her on a date after the third Thompson, man. Okay.
Yeah, let's
and then
keep
Mark,
it there, yeah.
and then Mark is Mark's perfect. Mark is perfect. That was it.
Mark is perfect.
And then Mark with the C was a pretty good one, but fuck him. This was the default because Mark was crashing the site for several hours today. The common names are tough to. Everyone's on Urban Dictionary. It's the number one trend. And then last Urban Dictionary I have for you is Thanksgiving. It's another excuse for Americans to spend an entire day eating. Damn, it's not a weekend and I want to eat all day. Why don't we invent a holiday and give it a stupid name? Faux shizzle, my pill grizzle. And that got me to thinking. That's the end of the coffee, but I want to do another top 10 list because it's in honor of arguably the best holiday of the year, Thanksgiving. Screw that Urban Dictionary definition. I think we should talk about a top 10 Thanksgiving list. Let's do the top 10 cliches of Thanksgiving, if you will. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Please.
Bring it
Top
on.
10 cliches. Okay.
What do you got? What's the before we start that though? Is Thanksgiving it's arguably the best.
I said arguably.
Arguably the best. Okay.
We've argued it, I believe, on a web series.
You get 2 days off in these places. So.
It's great. Number 10. Younger family members are tasked with fixing a technology problem for an elder family member with little to no information to work with. For example, I don't know your password, Pop. Can't help you. You know, that's a cliche.
What's
Number 9.
Bluetooth?
Yeah. That happens all the time. Number 9, the youngest or
I
least
put my phone on silent.
Can you help me? I've been waiting for 6 months to ask you how to turn this on. Set this up for me. Number 9, the youngest or least respected family members are forced to sit in some truly tacky chairs that are stored in the darkest pits of hell and only dusted off and used one time a year, Thanksgiving dinner. That's Definitely some weird chairs are pulled out if you had a big family. That comes over. Number 8, someone makes the new boyfriend or girlfriend that's visiting very uncomfortable by calling them the last boyfriend or girlfriend's name and then quizzing them way too hard. Like, Michelle was a track star. Do you have a scholarship to run track too? Everyone loved Michelle. That's
a lot of pressure. If you're bringing
that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys
these are
done
cliches.
that? You guys
I've
done that
seen
to the big family get together?
I've seen it happen.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
I've seen all these happen.
Yeah.
My
These are
mom likes
cliches from the heart.
to say how many have been brought home before. She said that before. Yeah.
That fits right in line with this cliche.
You're number 5.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wow. Like to let them know. Number
You can
7.
avoid that though. If you don't, that's a high pressure situation. Just in case you're bringing somebody in, that's definitely going to fuck things up for you.
That's like with the lady at the Chinese restaurant when you lean in and you look at your girlfriend and she's like, "You're actually number 8." give her the look. Yeah. Number 7 cliche. Enough food is cooked to feed a small island for a month, and there isn't enough Tupperware or fridge space in the world for all the leftovers. Number 6 is a drunk uncle demands football be played at a very high volume and then passes out on way more than one spot worth of couch space. The old horizontal pass out. Like,
I'm a Lions guy.
Yeah. It's like
There's
one of these,
the guy demanded football like immediately is the best. I love that.
Gets up from the table.
That's my favorite guy on Thanksgiving.
I like it when he brings the football too to hold during the game and then throw around at halftime.
Pop a jersey on.
Talks about his high school football days. Number 5 is a teenager who has been secretly drinking with friends for a few years, finally works up the courage to get drunk in front of their family and tries to show off their drinking prowess a little too much. It's like, shut up, Mom. I'm 17 and I've been drinking for years.
And they're drunk at the table at dinner.
I love that.
Yeah, that's a classic one.
My cousin puked everywhere one Thanksgiving.
Yep. Tried to show I could drink 20 beers with my friends. No, you're drinking like whiskey.
I dropped that by opening a bottle with a lighter. That was the way of expressing that when I was 17.
Yeah, there you go. Try to very cool
that.
trick. Very cool
part
trick.
of your move.
I did it
Here
once.
you go, Pops.
I did it once and had 8 beers in front of my parents. They're like, "What is wrong with you? You're not drunk." I'm like, "Not even close." Looks like my camera went out. Hang on.
It's okay. Keep rolling, baby.
Number 4 is the Stoner family members all, quote, go for a walk at the same time. It's like, it's a beautiful day. We should go for a walk since it's exactly 45 minutes before dinner. Not you, Sarah. You can't come because, she's not a stoner. She'll narc.
Oh, I amend my favorite person. It's going with that walk and then coming home to watch the guy demand football. That's the best part of Thanksgiving.
There you go. Number 3, moving right along.
We're gonna get
someone.
the game on?
Yeah, the game on. Yeah, well, when he's high, he's gonna really want to watch it. Number 3, moving right along, is someone gives an awkward toast that is way too long and emotional that no one really gets. It's kind of like a shitty poem. It's like, oh, okay.
Uncle did that all the time.
Yep.
Too long.
Cried every time too.
Too long of a prayer. You're saying like
well, or like
really holds the moment. Yeah,
it doesn't have to be a prayer. It could
it's
be
usually the blessing though.
Yeah, it's often the blessing.
Yeah.
Well, it's the one place where you freestyle the Lord's Prayer in the middle, right? There's a bridge, an improvised bridge usually in the Lord's Prayer on Thanksgiving, right? Because you stop and you say,
you got to work it in.
Yeah. My mom does that. Yeah, she remixes it every year. Starts with the Lord's Prayer, ends with the Lord's Prayer, but in the middle, you never know what's coming.
Add some flavor. Nice.
You never know.
There you go. So there you go. Everyone can relate to these. Number 2 left. Number 2 is the family member who is most active on Facebook makes an inappropriate political reference that enrages the most extreme family member on the opposite side of the aisle.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun, right? Just eat the food.
I mean, is it even a family gathering without a political argument?
No. Just eat the food, enjoy the company. You'll be back in your online group soon enough. But no, can't do it. Can't do it. And look, the number 1 Thanksgiving cliche is you truly are thankful for your family and friends and the food and your life, and you're a big sap. And we'd like to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the Hardo Hive. Boom.
We're thankful for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Number 1 trend. That's the best one. All right, guys. How did you choose which internet service provider to use? The sad thing is most of us don't have a choice, really. Not a lot of options because There's a couple monopolies. Sometimes there's really just no option, right? And the thing about these stupid ISPs is they give you, because they have the monopolies, they give you data caps, they throttle your like streaming, which has happened to me and Pat. Thanks, Austin. The list goes on. But worst of all, many ISPs log your internet activity and sell the data to other big tech companies or advertisers. And to prevent ISPs from seeing my internet activity, I protect all my devices with ExpressVPN. So what is ExpressVPN? Yeah, I mean, it's awesome is what it is. It's a simple app for your computer or smartphone that encrypts all your network data and tunnels it through a secure VPN server so that your ISP, your internet service provider, cannot see any of your activity. They're like, what is he doing? I don't know. He could be on porn. He might be on porn, but I can't prove it. Just think about how much your life is on the internet. Sadly, the list of people you've messaged, sites you visited, and videos you've watched get tracked by tech giants who then sell that information for profit. I've got a cat crawling on me. That's the reason I recommend ExpressVPN, the best.
Oh, you really do?
Yeah, as the best way to hide your online activity from your ISP. You just download the app, tap one button on your device, and you're protected. I use it every time I log onto my computer or phone, and no one knows what I'm up to besides me.
Well, the cat does.
Well, yeah, look at her. This is ridiculous. And
she perched on your shoulder like a parrot.
Yeah, this is cool. I like it.
Yeah, she sleeps with me every night. She's cool. And ExpressVPN does all of this without slowing your connection. That's why it's rated the #1 VPN service by CNET, right? Yeah. And The Verge. So stop handing over your personal data to ISPs and other tech giants who mine your activity and sell off your information. Protect yourself with the VPN I trust to keep me private online. Visit expressvpn.com/hardfactor. That's expressvpn.com/hardfactor to get 3 extra months free. Go to expressvpn.com/hardfactor right now to learn more.
Nice. Right. Guys, we have a new combat sport on our hands. And let me tell you, you better catch a glimpse of it now because no fucking way it lasts because it's an awful idea. And quite frankly, it's boring as fuck. But man, is it hilarious that it even got this far. So I'm talking about the Combat Sport League, the PFC. And no, I didn't say UFC. I said the PFC, the Pillow Fighting Championship. Okay. There's a couple photos for you.
Shut up. It's dudes?
It's both. It's both dudes and chicks. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I get the chicks, but.
Oh, yeah. They're
guys?
Guys do it. Chicks do it. I'm going to play some videos soon to show you how awful this is. But first, I want to, see how the main quote from the CEO, Steve Williams, on the fightpfc.com website. Let me tell you, if this gets you jazzed up to watch this new combat sport. So, quote, the fighters don't like to get hurt, and there's a lot of people who don't want to see the blood. They want to see good competition. They just don't want to see the violence. That's the kind of the theme of the PFC from Steve Williams. So,
this is an anti-violence fighting league.
It's a carnival act.
People addicted to watching fights, but they don't want to see blood.
Okay. So,
is it sexual? Is it sexual, Wes?
No, not that I've seen so far. I'm going to play you. It's pathetic. Yeah, there's girls in sports bras and stuff, and yeah, it could be sexual if like it's like a Animal House scenario or whatever. But Steve's defense, I don't think Steve is serious about the PFC. I think he knows it's a joke. It's a carnival event. Like it's kind of like a rough and rowdy of sorts. So maybe he's a genius, but after I show you the videos, I think I can persuade you to think he's an idiot who's just hemorrhaging money, even if he does know it's a joke, which I know he does. It's still an awful idea. So
do they have champions?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they have champions. They have title matches.
Of course, Mark.
Yeah.
It's a zipper policy.
You have to fight with an official PFC pillow, and I don't think you can fold it in half like you used to back in the day when you really wanted to fuck someone up. You'd fold the pillow in half and stuff it in the bottom. You can't do that.
That's where they're making all the money. He's charging people like $150 for a pillow for merch. He's like, he's hawking pillows.
Well, look at this fucking hat pillow you can get. This Fight PFC snapback for $20.
Okay, UFC needs to sue this company because that looks way too much like the UFC logo.
It's almost exactly like the UFC. So pillow fighting, this is from the website. Pillow Fighting Championship began with an idea to develop a real fighting sport that would appeal to the international family audience by combining the ancient weapon known as a pillow with experienced MMA competitors and boxers and strict rules. However, the PFC isn't just about hard-hitting pillow fighting. It's also about pure entertainment and fun.
Oxymoron.
So I'm going to show you guys a video. First, I'm going to show you the hype video that's on the main website, and then I'm going to show you what it actually looks like and sounds like. It is pretty funny.
People better be getting knocked unconscious with these pillows, or I'm out.
No, it's terrible. Here, I'm just going to play it for you.
We jumped a pillow.
Okay.
This is terrible.
This is action.
It's literally a pillow fight.
You
can take
come on.
You can take a full-on pillow hit straight to the head as hard as they can hit you, and you can walk straight through it.
So this is not nap time.
Not nap time. Okay. Is it a point system?
It's the future of sports. No, everything ends in a decision.
The Sandman if I fought this league though.
Okay, watch this though.
Please welcome at 172 pounds from Arlington, Texas.
Wow.
He's a Marine Corps martial arts green belt and freestyle blue belt.
He practices.
Colton.
Yeah, it's like
Colt 45.
It's like a MLB hitter with the practice bat.
Yeah.
The weighted bat.
Throwing shadow.
These guys are in very good condition.
Yes.
They are going as strong
As the first
in the
round.
last round as they did the first round.
It's a pillow
These
fight.
guys
It's a pillow fight with
trained
dudes.
this.
He's got a pink pillow.
They're wearing boxing gloves on top of pillows.
Colton's getting worked a little bit here.
These guys are both like Marines.
Yeah, they're wearing like combat boots.
But look how pathetic it
Oh,
is.
that was a fist fight.
We'll have to ask them on the way out.
I mean, it would get you tired.
People go to office.
You have the same shirt too.
Yeah, people are actually watching.
We both have similar fight.
All right, so let me get to the
Say,
win.
first of all, thank
So
Pulled it out.
Colton
What a great
pulls
fight
it out
that was.
in the
Well, I'd say,
decision.
first of all, thank you very much for your support. Thank you, everybody, for allowing us to be here. It's been a great fight tonight. You know, I really appreciate the opportunity. I'd say that this fight was pretty challenging, but if you're looking for a fight that's even more challenging than that, come talk to a local Marine Corps recruiter.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We
only
appreciate
there
it
to
again
recruit.
for your
That's right.
service.
Let's all go to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. So that's it.
Bad.
He drew the short straw. So what happened?
But
there
hold
was
on.
PFC has, like-
Hold on.
Yeah,
That guy, okay, he's a Marine Corps recruiter. He gets bonused out for bringing people in, and he thought this is the best way for me to demonstrate the toughness of the Marines is to get in a ring that was designed for a different purpose, boxing or kickboxing, not this, and pillow fight another man.
Pat, to his credit, he just
That's tough.
It was
Good point,
way
Pat.
easier to get the publicity inside the PFC than inside like another fighting league where he probably couldn't have got that
Some
interview.
teen jumps out of bed and it's like, I'm gonna be a Marine after watching the pillow fight.
That was people using each other. The PFC was using the Marine, and the Marine was using the PFC.
But to Pat's point, that's like
and
the
that-
least tough thing you can do is a pillow fight.
Well,
Pink
sure.
pillow. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this guy, I mean, hey, he's a Marine recruit. He's doing the best he can. He's getting, he's
Right.
It's part of the job.
I mean,
want him
it's gonna be like a traveling show. You comes to your town and you take your kids to go see the pillow fight, and that's what it's gonna become. But if you can
And
believe
you
it,
regret
No,
it
you
the
won't.
second
No,
you get there.
No, you won't. This thing's folded.
it's like a monster truck race or some shit.
No,
Like, that's
do not compare this to a monster truck race. That's
well,
entertaining.
You're right.
no
You're right.
way.
But
What
it's
are you
it's
talking
it's
about?
carnival-y. Like it's something that you go see
Monster
once when it
trucks are
comes to your.
awesome.
It's something you go see once when it comes to your town.
You would go see this?
No, if like you have
No.
if you have like a kid who's like maybe like 6, 7, yeah, you might take him to see the pillow.
No.
Set
What's
up
worse?
outside of your church, literally on the way home, which is where
Yeah.
I guarantee 99% of the people that are attending these events are because they were driving home from church.
Right.
And these guys are setting up events outside of churches. That's what's happening here.
Then your shitty little kid's gonna get in pillow fights all the time.
I'd rather see underground wrestling than this. By
Oh
far.
hell
Underground
yeah!
wrestling is
by
Backyard.
far.
Oh yeah, obviously they break out like the barbed wire and shit and fake explosions. That's way cooler.
There's not many productions I would
I'd
less
rather-
prefer to see.
I'd rather watch a play than this.
Yeah, it's awful. But if you can believe it, they're actually going to have their first pay-per-view. Yeah, you heard that, pay-per-view, January 29th.
Are they paying us?
In which state? Guess which state that's going to be in?
Utah.
Canada?
No, state.
We're going to get licensed. Yeah, it's tough to get a license.
Florida?
Maybe, Nevada.
Florida. Mark has it. Florida. It's going to be in Florida. This is where it's all taken off, is in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
We're gonna go to the pillow fight, y'all.
yeah. We'll see
But
Colton
all
rip
the
it up.
all the Florida people are hoping the girls are like topless and stuff.
Right,
They get,
right.
They
They're
get
very
so disappointed.
Yeah, they get disappointed.
I thought this was a fucking pillow fight, like with
Yeah.
titties and shit.
They're definitely booing the dudes.
Yeah. So we probably won't be seeing much more of it. But you can, if you want to see it streaming live on
flash
Fight,
in the pan.
and if you want to fight, just go to their website and you can sign up to fight. They'll take anyone really. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to fight one of the angry Florida men that came there expecting like a XXX pillow fight.
No, they're gonna drop the pillow and like start swinging some of these
Yes.
Florida guys.
Every
They're
fight
so
goes
mad.
to decision, right?
yeah, every fight that I've from what I see goes to
Yeah, unless you get KO'd by the angry Florida man.
You know what's problematic? Like if you go to their site and you see you can sign up and there's like absolutely no like waiver system or like doctor needs to check in on you to see if you can sanction the fight. Like if they just let anyone fight, that's how you know how pathetic it is.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
No
You can
weight
sign
classes.
up right now. You can
Like,
sign up right now.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout
Want
for
to do
it.
it?
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, if
It's
it
like,
comes to,
it's like
comes to the
it's
town,
like jousting. It's like getting on like one of those American Gladiator things after that, like after prom and like
it's like
jousting.
riding the bull.
Yeah, it's
Wes,
like
do they
riding
have
the
a
bull.
tournament going on the weekend we're going to be in Florida?
Ooh, I don't know, but we
April
should
8th
look
through
into
10th.
it. That would
we
be,
should look into that.
There we go.
We should, the
I mean,
hive, dude. That would be the most press they ever got.
You want to do it? I'm not going to do
The
it.
entire hive just
fighting
like
league?
pillow fighting. Yeah.
Well, you can fight in the PPF down in Florida, or you can fight in the PFL up in Toronto, which is a different one. And then
Knew the Canadians
Japan,
had one.
apparently, there's a huge industry there.
But Japan, they probably beat the shit out of each other. It's not. Not pillow fighting. It's weighted pillows.
I mean, dude, the culture
Or
to
it's
create a
sexual in
kamikaze,
Japan.
I will
Or
watch them
sexual.
compete in anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nuts.
I love Japanese combat, but it's not tame.
I love their commitment.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's that. And guys, when the moment for intimacy arrives, you need to be ready, right? Talking about Roman ready. Whether you've been in a relationship for years or just getting started, having the confidence that comes from preparation means you're free to enjoy the moment when the moment comes. Even though you are far from ordinary, the truth about ED is that it really is common. 52% of guys between 40 and 70 experience some form of erectile dysfunction, and Roman can help you with that. There's no need to be ashamed. You need to take your sex life back, right? Benefits of ED treatment can help you reconnect with your partner. And Roman Ready is confidence personified. It is the self-assurance that comes from knowing you've prepared yourself for the moment when intimacy arrives. Check out Florida Man Friday, coming out Friday, for a great example of what you do when the moment arises. So teaser. Roman system is completely confidential and totally discreet. No big logos or labels on the packages. You can get free online evaluation and ongoing care for erectile dysfunction, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. No one has to know. A U.S. licensed healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan, and if it's appropriate, it ships to you free with 2-day shipping. The whole process is straightforward, convenient, and discreet. Getting started is simple. Just go to getroman.com/hardfactor, complete the online visit, and take care of your ED without leaving your home. Complete an online visit, connect with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional, and take care of it. So go to getroman.com/hardfactor, and if you're prescribed, you get $15 off your first month of ED treatment. Make sure you're ready to have confidence and control this fall. Roman Ready.
That's what you should do: is go to Roman, take what they prescribe you, and then start a pillow fight with your significant other at your house, and then drop the pillows.
Right. And just know that it's not going to be like
gonna
serious.
end.
You're not going to be like trying to beat somebody in an athletic
No.
competition that somehow people think is an athletic competition, even though it's just a pillow fight. But instead, just be Roman ready, right?
Be Roman Ready.
The real reason to have a pillow fight is always to end up sexual.
That's right. It always does. Yeah.
Always.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, guys.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Thank you very much, Darcel. And this TikTok International Moment is going to take us from Scotland over to an Australian territory and then to the mainland of Australia itself. So as a prompt, stop going down under, and we'll get there in just a bit. But first, Scotland, where they're trying to make a phone for a dog called simply Dog Phone.
Okay.
I like the way they think.
Yeah, I mean that's now we know what it is, right? So
It's a phone for a dog. Developed by Dr. Ilyena Hirskyj-Douglas, a researcher at the University of Glasgow in Scotland, and Zach, her 10-year-old Labrador. The dog phone. Yeah, what's that, Pat?
I said, "Oh,
Yeah, it's very sweet. The dog phone is kind of hard to explain, so I'm going to let Dr. Ilyena do that. It's a kind of a lengthy video, but I think you fellas are going to be intrigued.
It's a device that allows a dog to video call their human. In the pet market at the moment, a lot of these technologies allow you to video call your dog But really, your dog has no control over this. And dogs have been trained to answer calls, but no one really knows what a dog would do if they had control over a video call. So this device was really designed to sort of just flip it and sort of see what a dog would do if they had control over the video and over the internet themselves. Dog phone was a ball that was formed around my dog, and we first looked at how he interacted sort of with the world, and then we started to build devices from how he interacted with these different objects. And so he mostly carried this ball object around, and we ended up putting technology inside of it that recognized when he would do some movements with it. And then when he did movements, we had a laptop set up in the home for him. It would video call me. And we used this over several sort of weeks, and I gave it him whenever he was left home alone for a long period. It was very sort of exciting to get calls from him initially. He became a bit more anxious for me near the end, because sometimes I wouldn't get a video call, or he wouldn't ring me through the day, and I'd be thinking, no, he usually rings me at this time. For him, it was the other way around. I think he was more sort of confused at it at first, like when...
That is amazing.
Imagine if your fucking dog started calling someone else, though, other than you. That would be rough.
That would be rough. Very, very rough. And guys, I'm sure the dog was confused on how to use it because it's a dog who's trying to use a phone inside of a ball. In case you
dog was
watching
busy.
the video.
Yeah, the dog was sick. The dog was sick of how clingy she was. He's like, I gotta go. Yeah.
He hasn't
playing hard to get.
Does the dog understand what he's doing, or he or she?
No,
it doesn't seem like
biting the ball, dude.
Yeah.
So for people who didn't see the video, the dog literally just the video. Basically, it's a ball, and anytime the dog touches the ball or moves the ball, it does a Zoom call with the owner. So
but he has no idea. The dog has no idea it triggers that.
Well, he's walking around in front of the computer. He's not even
looking at the camera.
No, he doesn't see you.
No,
like, time to call my owner.
Yeah,
no,
check
he
in.
has no idea that that's
she's insane. She's a lunatic.
Well, anyone that uses is gonna like you heard what she said. Sometimes I would get worried if I didn't hear from my dog.
Right,
like you are gonna lose your mind.
No, whoever gets
out there like her though.
Yeah, whoever gets this device is like her. They're like they want the dog to call every minute. They want the dog to call on the hour every hour, even if they won't answer it. They just want want the dog to be calling them.
Look at the branding though. Dog phone. I mean, it sells itself. Look at that. It's a dog on a phone, dog phone. I got a picture of a pug on a phone. They can get a picture of any kind of dog on a phone. I mean, they're going to sell. They're going to sell units.
Well, you could have no tech. It could just be like, you know how like little girls or little kids get like Betty Crocker sets that don't actually turn the Bunsen overs on it. You could just have dog phone, and it's just a plastic toy.
Work.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. It's just a ball that kicks off a Zoom call.
But you don't even need the Zoom part of it. It could just be headphones and a fake phone. Is what I'm saying.
Fit a real tennis ball.
Yeah, just like a a toy, a squeaky toy that's a phone for a dog.
You pretend your dog's calling you.
Yeah.
All right, just get a camera in your house. Jesus.
Right. Just watch the camera.
Because you can talk to the dog through the camera.
You can. I do it sometimes. Get off the couch, motherfucker.
Does it work?
No.
Just lick their nuts and go back to sleep.
Exactly.
All right. We're going down under, fellas. This time to the Australian territory of Christmas Island. And these are long, so I'm not going to do Australian accents the whole way through, but trust me, there's some quotes. They got a lot of seasons down under in Australia. Magpie swooping season, where magpies try to take your head off. Rat infestation season, where droughts cause massive rat. Hot season,
fire season. Yeah,
here it's pretty hot down there. Also, probably snake and spider season too, and red crab migration season.
Okay,
where millions of red crabs crawl across Christmas Island. You see that over there off the western coast of Australia, and they make it into the ocean to lay their eggs. But they have to crawl across the island in a massive heap. So Christmas Island National Park natural resource manager Brendan Tiernan says this year's migration has just been absolutely epic. The roads have been a seething mass of red crabs. It's caused traffic jams on this small island, people having to get out of their cars and rake them off to get out of the way. And he was really excited about how people are inconvenienced by these red crabs.
What's amazing is I've seen videos of this before, and cars just demolish these crabs. Everywhere they go are just smashed crabs, like just pancaked.
You could probably kill 100,000 crabs in one drive.
Oh yeah,
easily.
They're just killing them everywhere.
Millions and millions of these things.
Bowling.
It's basically bowling for crabs if you're driving on these streets. After mating down by the beach, there's a picture so you guys can see how many fucking crabs there are on the beach.
Shit.
Male crabs will journey back to the jungle as the females stay behind in burrows for about 2 weeks to lay eggs. These fucking things are just like, it's just millions of these things stacked up on the island. Each female can produce up to 100,000 eggs on her own, which she will then deposit into the ocean to cause more traffic jams next year and get crushed by the cars.
How are they not taking over the world if they can each do 100,000 eggs?
Because they're only on this island. It's like this red crab. It's only on this.
We got to keep them.
Island.
We got to keep them on the island. If some asshole like brings them to Florida,
the wildlife manager seemed really surprised. I mean, this must happen every year, right?
No, he just has a hard on. He actually, Pat, I
It's his
didn't
favorite time of
show.
the year, Pat.
I didn't show his thing, but he actually had a red crab like portrait behind him, painting. Picture like, yeah.
He thinks he's a crab. Probably he's gonna go like Black Alien style soon.
Yeah, he was really into it. And staying in Australia for the last story in the TikTok International Moment today. Thank you to listener Charles for this one. Where a fisherman claims he was stalked through the Australian outback by a dog man. You ever heard of the dog man, fellas?
I think I have.
Just in The Shining.
Menacing.
My son reads dog man books.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, they're called dog man, but they're like, cartoony, fun.
There may be some truth to it, Wes.
Lighthearted.
Yeah. Maybe some truth to it. John, who didn't give a last name on the Believe Paranormal and UFO podcast where this was first reported, was fishing from his kayak on Boxing Day last year. That's a holiday in Australia, the day after Christmas. And he said that's when the first incident happened. He goes, I noticed that every time I took a stroke with the paddle of my kayak, whenever this thing was, it was taking a stride. Each paddle I was taking, I stopped for a bit in the sound, stopped in the brush too. And I thought it was a bit odd. So I took off paddling again. And sure enough, as soon as I started to paddle, every stroke, this thing would take a step. So whatever it was
a reflection.
The thing was following me. It wasn't a coincidence or anything. It was more of a stalk. Yeah. And then he goes on to say, the creature.
Dogs.
Exactly.
And what stalks. So, yeah, you got to start thinking. Your head
Exactly.
Yeah.
John even got a picture, fellas. The creature, I actually got it in the photo. What I think it is, I've spoken to a few people, and I reckon it's a dog man.
Yeah.
Dog man. So here it is. Here's the picture that John got. You see the dog man in the middle of the trees there.
Clearly a dog man.
Clear as day.
Okay, let me zoom in on that. I could hear the sarcasm. Obviously a dog man.
Well,
Definitely.
now I can't even be sarcastic now.
Right.
You can see youtube.com/hardfactornews to see how legit
to call us.
These photos are.
Throw a ball at it. Dog man. Stop calling me dog man.
Does this look like a dog man to you?
Yeah, someone said yes. Some of his friends said yes.
Looks like a gap in the brush to me, John.
Yeah.
John, no, he's sticking by the story. He says, after that, I couldn't go back to the area to check it out by myself. I was petrified for probably about a month after that. I was waking up in the middle of the night and seeing the creature in my dreams. But John claims John claims he did actually go back for some reason and encountered the dog man.
You gotta face your fears
again.
You gotta face your fears. He saw dog man again. That's bad luck.
Oh, he saw it again. And he said, as it was running, it was smashing through the trees out of the way. I don't know if they were breaking or it was hitting them. You couldn't see what the brush was so thick. I'd never heard anything like that in my life. It would roar, and then it would take a breath in, but the breath in was actually louder than the roar it was doing. This creature just went to another level. It was crazy. I could hear in my head something saying, "Go now or you'll die." And it wasn't my own voice, my own consciousness. It was something else. And that 10 minutes
was telling him.
was
Dogman was telepathically telling him to go down or die.
Was John recently indicted on like a murder charge or something?
The second time was definitely one of his buddies that he told about Dogman, and he's like, "I'm going back out to see Dogman." It was definitely one of his buddies fucking with him the second time.
Oh yeah, what time about?
Yeah.
He thought he said that was probably the scariest 10 minutes of my life running back to my car. I thought I was going to be killed. And it's actually a PSA, guys, because John says he came forward in hopes that people will take the Dogman seriously and not trifle with it in the wild.
Okay.
So are you guys concerned about the Dogman? Are you going to heed John's advice?
Taking it very seriously.
I'm concerned about John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is John the Dogman?
Take it from John.
Yeah.
Take it from John with no last name or face. Take his word for it.
I kind of want to see a television show with John taking someone out to visit the Dogman.
That'd be incredible.
I hate those shows, man. You always know how they're going to end with nothing.
Yeah, but I want to see John's emotion.
Yeah, that is why you watch to make.
Yeah.
But Monster Hunters, that series is legit, and then it does end the same way every time.
Do you mean legit?
There's monsters out there, Pat.
When you say the word legit,
listen, they come close to finding the werewolf a few times.
They almost find the animals every time.
Swamp monsters.
I mean,
they almost catch one. They built a cage for one, almost caught it.
There's a lot of
so close, Wes. That's
crazy. They're not going to build a cage unless they're sure.
That's right.
That's pretty close, guys. Let's talk about something real quick. I'm a fat piece of shit, but I haven't always been. There's been times in my life when I've been less of a fat piece of shit, and that's usually when I'm exercising. And it's hard to do. It's hard to exercise. I have a gym membership, pay $45 a month. I don't use that. Why? It's hard to get to the gym. I wish I had some home exercise equipment, but bikes are boring and treadmills played out. Yes. But I'm pretty stoked because Fight Camp is our new sponsor, and they're an at-home boxing simulator, piece of equipment that's really pretty badass, guys. They bring the best workouts in the world to your home, and they make it fun, so you can learn how to box and kickbox from home while getting fit. They got access to world-class programming in their program there. Elite trainers, premium equipment, as I said, smart technology. It turns your workout into an interactive experience, right? There's thousands of classes, new workouts added every week, and you'll always find something new. You can use filters to explore different workout styles, lengths, trainers, difficulty levels, etc. You'll never get bored. These are quick workouts. Here's the thing if you don't know about boxing. Talk to anyone that's ever trained in boxing, and a lot of people do it for exercise specifically. There's no better workout, and you don't have to train for a long time when you're training in boxing to get fit. So you might have to go for an hour-long run for what you can get done in 20 minutes with a solid full-body boxing
There's
workout.
entire gyms in my city that are dedicated to just what Fight Camp can give you at home, which is just sparring with a bag.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. So, and it's not just sparring with a bag, right? Because it's got the instructors, the gloves. You can get the stats. The stats is the coolest part, man.
You'll see progress. Yep. Yeah, you'll see your progress.
If you have little no boxing experience, that's fine. Fight Camp has your back. They've created programs specifically designed to teach the basics of boxing, kickboxing, etc., so you can build a strong foundation. They provide real-time data during your workouts. You can track your progress, work towards guided goals, see exactly how you're doing. It's full body, as I said. Works on your brain because it's not just running. You're using every part of your body. It stimulates every part of your brain. And they come with all the gear you need to start boxing. Free stand-up punching bag, boxing gloves, hand wraps, smart punch trackers. And it takes up less space than you think. Pretty much, if you have the room to do a push-up, you have enough room to do Fight Camp, right? Because it stands up vertically. You can tuck it in a corner, pull it out when you want to get down.
And you got the data, and you got the instructor.
It's literally the only piece of exercise equipment I could have in my apartment here and actually do. It's true. Right? It's pretty cool. So why don't y'all get into it? Now's the best time to mess with Fight Camp. You could take advantage of the holiday deal going on now. If you purchase this November, right, you can get an additional pair of gloves for free, and you can do that by going to joinfightcamp.com/hard, which is what your body's going to be. That's joinfightcamp.com/hard to get that additional free pair of gloves. You just go to joinfightcamp.com/hard. Get after it. You'll be happy that you did. So it's a whole system. Not
Get
just
hard.
a piece. All right, guys.
Oh yeah, what I was saying is like sometimes you have to pay just to go to a gym just to hit a heavy bag.
Right.
And so like you're paying out the ass just to do that, and then this already has a heavy bag plus the instructor plus the data tracking all from home. It's why it's a no-brainer. Fight camp.
I agree. Okay, let's wrap it up, guys. Let's wrap up the week. I got a fun one for you. It has to do with a TikToker, a mommy TikToker. Kate's been lampooning mommy TikTokers. That's her new brand. So I've been really digging into mommy TikTok to kind of do some research with her. It's been a lot of, well, Kate's stuff's fun. I wouldn't say fun for the rest of the stuff, except when you find a real piece of shit like this next person we're going to talk about, in my opinion, who raised quite a bit of controversy on Saturday last week when she posted a video to TikTok titled "Rules for My Husband and I Have for Our Marriage That Make People Angry." And the clip's been viewed more than 2 million times. And it's living up to his title with so many viewers outraged that the comments have been turned off.
Well, show of hands, who has like official list of rules in their relationship?
I would hope all hands are down.
Yeah, if you're not watching, all hands were down.
Can't call her a cunt. That's the only rule. Really.
Yeah, well then
that's
unwritten.
Unspoken. That's unwritten. That's unwritten.
Right. It's unspoken.
It gets official.
It gets official when you do it.
If you do it, you're in trouble.
It gets official real quick. You know what I mean?
Third rail. Stay away from that third rail.
Yeah. You better have a helmet on.
Right. Yeah. And a passport, probably. She hashtagged this post, hashtag marriage rules, hashtag Christian marriage, hashtag moms of TikTok, to give you a sense of where she's trying to point her audience.
Is it possible this is a troll?
It's not a troll. I went really deep into this lady's TikTok. So I'm going to play the TikTok here, the first one. It's a two-parter. You're not going to hear it if you're listening to audio, but I'm going to read you what the rules were.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so first rule, no friends of the opposite sex.
Wow,
Period.
Okay.
That's it.
Whatsoever.
Including no work girlfriends or boyfriends?
No work girlfriends or boyfriends or being alone with the opposite sex at all. No texting the opposite sex without the other knowing. No lusting after others, which is no following scandalous pages.
No porn. Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Okay. I mean, I can understand like the no porn rule if somebody has like a problem, like a real problem.
No, this is just no porn at all ever.
Well, period for either of them ever.
No,
for him. For him.
Well,
what about her watching porn?
Well,
she makes the rules.
She gets to do whatever she wants, clearly.
She makes the rules. She does make the rules. It's funny you say that for him. It really is funny you say that because she uploaded a video about the porn. This is farther back. This is earlier, about why banning porn from your relationship is really healthy. And it was things like more positive body image, right? Healthier sex life, better connection with your partner. And I'm thinking to myself, more positive body image for who? For you? For you?
Yeah.
Obviously, yes. For her through her husband's eyes. I guess she's like watching his porn. I don't fucking know. It's fucking weird.
She knows what kind of porn he likes, and she's oh no, it's
a problem.
It's a big time problem, guys.
It's like he's looking at only huge, enormous tits. It's like when he types in and she's got small ones or something like that. Yeah,
right.
That could be a
know.
problem.
I mean, look, Bailey McPherson, right? That's her name. This is her and her husband, Zach. She clearly owns that motherfucker.
Yeah. She's got a rear end on her, doesn't she?
She sure does.
She's got a rumper dumper. And she's 22, okay?
Sure does.
She's 22 years old. She's married, 22. She worked in law enforcement at some point. I only say that because she says that in every video.
Well, that must be very quick. I mean, she's only 22. How long?
Well, they have like a 1-year-old probably, so she's been married for 1 year, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I mean, these are her rules. Now, I want to point a couple other things out. So they do what's called a bed sharing. You guys know what bed sharing is?
No.
Bed sharing is when you choose to have your baby sleep in the bed with you, and it's not
what
like
a choice.
Not like on a one-off. Like the
nobody
upset.
chooses that.
No, they do, and I learned this through her mommy TikTok.
No, she chose that.
Right, and so she's telling the guy no porn, but then also every night the baby's in the bed. So she's kind of laying out a a tough set of rules. I want to play you the rebuttal.
Also, technically, I've heard not supposed to be that great for your baby.
Oh, she addresses that, Will.
Okay.
She's like, no jumping out the window.
Right. To be your kid fucking sucks. So, yeah, this is people went after Bailey pretty bad. Comments have been disabled, as I said. But she did make a response video explaining herself while replying to this question. So you and your husband lose out on potentially great friendships because of trust issues? This is responding to the rules. So
About the no opposite sex?
Here's what she says, doing one of her daily mukbangs where she eats sushi during what she calls a mommy break in the parking lot of either wherever she gets sushi or Chick-fil-A.
So it's not a lack of trust thing so much as it's just a boundary of respect that we both feel is right for us. Because I personally feel like as a married woman, I have no need for a companionship with another man that I cannot get with my husband.
Or for a job, apparently.
My husband has no need for a companionship with another woman that he cannot get from his wife. And I feel like if you personally feel like you do need those companionships, specifically with the opposite sex, that you cannot somehow get from your spouse or those of the same sex, that's a problem.
Here she goes,
and there have been a lot of comments that are like, these are red flags. But to me and my husband, it would be a red flag if my partner could not respect said boundaries.
She's never worked a day in her life.
Oh, no, she worked in law enforcement.
She did? Did she, Pat?
Yeah,
Didn't she have to talk to a lot of fucking cops?
Yeah, did she not talk to any male cops?
Didn't she have to talk to a lot of cops?
She
in
kept, her
law
head,
enforcement?
she kept her head down
That's
and didn't say a word with it.
What's your take here,
yeah,
boys?
so Wes is saying she knows what happens. She knows
what happens.
She's a cheater.
She knows what happens.
You think? Well,
a lot of times cheaters are the ones that set up these rules.
Yeah, she's projecting.
A lot of times the cheaters are the ones that set up the jealousy or jealous.
If you're this scared of being cheated on, then yeah, like odds are you're probably thinking about doing it yourself.
Yeah,
right.
What a time to be on the force when she was there, you know?
Right. Oh, she wasn't on the force. She worked in law enforcement.
She was the force.
Very different.
Right.
Yeah, you notice how she speaks for Zach quite a bit?
Yeah.
Does Zach ever appear in the videos?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'd like to hear his side of the story.
Yeah.
He wouldn't dare tell you it.
He wouldn't tell. Yeah, he wouldn't say a goddamn word.
I'm sure he does
wouldn't
some
say a
stuff
word.
under the table. You know what
No
I mean?
way.
You can't live your whole life.
Well, if he knows what's good for him.
He's got no video or audio evidence. Like if you were like, he wouldn't text you it. That's for sure.
Yeah. He probably does it in the mirror and then quickly erases it, and he's like, "Stand up to her, Zach." And he's like, "Oh,
never mind.
Yeah.
He hears her coming. He's like, "Ah!"
Tell her no, Zach.
You want me to do it? She's like, "What'd you say?"
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so extreme. She's like the female Mike Pence. It's like
it's enough already with her.
Except Pence isn't even probably that intense with his rules. Like,
well, my point is, every article I read about this woman directly compared her to Mike Pence.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, there's a lot of parallels.
But I just want to point out, guys, she's 22 years old. The baby has been sleeping in their bed for a year.
Right.
And she's got a no porn rule.
This poor bastard. You know, what happens if he watches porn? What is the repercussions?
Oh, he's done, bro. He's fucking done.
He's done.
He's done if he watches porn.
He's done, bro.
What does that even mean? He's done.
They made the decision together, bro. You know that. It's not only her marriage that Bailey
she's like,
wants
all right,
to-
I get to go fuck someone now because you watch porn.
Yeah, exactly.
I get to call one of my old police
That's why
buddies.
she sets up the rules. Yeah.
You did this.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna be
did it
gone
to
for
yourself.
the weekend. Yeah.
There was a boundary. You crossed it, Zach.
Now we're even.
She's got like
Now
we're even again.
Now we're even again. She just gets railed out by like.
She can get on the line to the cops just from the radio in the bedroom. She keeps it on the nightstand just in case.
Yeah, there's the guys in the force like the idiot watched porn again. He like
They're putting tapes in his trunk.
Yeah.
Red's bad for Zach. Pray for Zach, guys. It's not just her marriage, though, that she wants to suffocate with rigidity until it crumbles or ends in death and unhappiness. It's her
Maybe
kids.
he's like an ultimate simp, though, and it's just like the
He's a
perfect
Marine.
thing.
No, he's.
But that doesn't mean that he doesn't like to be dominated.
It's true.
I guess
his favorite part was boot camp.
Yeah,
I love that.
She put up a video earlier in her feed.
Man, look at that butt though.
Titled.
Yeah, I know. That's how she started getting away with the rules to begin with, the butt. But
of course, she gets
away
with murder with that thing.
Yeah, like she puts on the dress and she's like,
if you dig in, she's about the whitest girl you ever met in your life. If you go further, and I don't mean in a good way.
The sushi was not attractive. The sushi eating was not attractive.
No. In a previous video, guys, she titled "Parenting Choices of Mine That Made People Angry." Bailey let the internet know that when it comes to her children, there's no Santa Claus, not in her house, and sleepovers are never, ever, ever allowed.
What? Why are those two? Why those two things?
Paranoid, man. This
Santa Claus, she didn't explain. Sleepovers, when you work in law enforcement, you see things, and the fun that, as I'm quoting her, the fun that your children might have at a sleepover does not outweigh the risk of something happening.
This lady
She's
doesn't
so
make
paranoid.
any sense.
She thinks her kids are going to get touched or fingered at a sleepover.
Right.
Well, sure. Every time she has a sleepover, she bangs 3 guys.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Again,
sounds like exactly. Sounds like she has some horrible self-control issues that she's then
she
projecting
no
them all for everybody.
Thinks
else.
everyone's like her.
She has no self-control whatsoever at all, and she thinks that every single human being is like her. I agree. Yeah.
So it's a real fun hate follow. I highly recommend it. Have a great Thanksgiving, y'all. That's gonna do it for Heart Factor.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Have a great fucking holiday.
Don't forget Black Friday sale. Black Friday 20. Mm-hmm. Black Friday 20 code at store.heartfactor.com.
Be thankful you're not Zach.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Watch the news.
Cheat on the news.